model of the atom is a model that shows the atom as a small, positively charged nucleus, surrounded by orbiting electrons. This model is useful for understanding the behavior of atoms and molecules. Bohr was the first discoverer that the electrons was operating in a separate orbit around the nucleus, while the number of electrons in the orbit determined the characteristics of an element. Rutherford atomic model is the model that describes the atom as a tiny, dense, positively charged nucleus called nucleus, in which almost the entire mass is concentrated, around which the light, the negative components, electrons, circulates at some distance. Thomson's atomic model, with the discovery of electrons by British scientist Thomson, it became clear that the atoms consist of smaller molecules responsible for the transmission of electrical charge. Thomson believed that atoms are essentially neutral, and suggested that atoms contain small negative molecules floating over a liquid or positive charge, also known as plum pudding model. In a physical change, the appearance or shape of the matter changes, but the type of matter in a substance does not change. But in a chemical change, the type of substance that changes, and at least one new substance has new properties. Examples of physical change: folding paper, breaking glass, slicing bread, tearing paper, and peeling mango. Examples of chemical change: baking cookies, fermentation, burning of paper, mixing baking soda and coke, and nail rusting. Remember that physical change is a change in properties such as texture, form, or states, whereas chemical change is the formation of a new substance after the atoms are regrouped into a chemical reaction. Physical property is a property of a substance that can be observed or measured without changing the identity of the material. Physical properties include color, density, solubility, and boiling point. A chemical property describes the ability of chemical change to undergo a specific chemical change and to define a chemical property that is looking for a chemical change. Chemical change always produces one or more substances that differ issue before the change. Example of physical properties: color, smell, freezing point, melting point, and mass. Example of chemical properties: flammability, acidity, combustion, reactivity, and toxicity.